So you really enjoy the smell of that high-end niche fragrance, or that very hard to get discontinued designer fragrance. You really like how they smell, but you just can't manage to shell out that type of money for fragrance. You just can't imagine doing it. Totally understand that. That's where clones come in handy sometimes. In this video, I've narrowed it down to 6 very specific clones that I suggest you take a look at for this winter if you're looking for the similar fragrances that they smell like. Stay tuned. So starting off with what's in the thumbnail, my absolute favorite, and as far as I know, one of the few clones of Dior Homme Parfum, is from 3-in-1 Parfums, DHP. This smells almost one-to-one with Dior Homme Parfum. I have been an advocate for this. I firmly believe if you're going to get one thing from 3-in-1 Parfums, it needs to be their version of Dior Homme Parfum. They did a great job. Shout out to 3-in-1 Parfums, because look, there's not many clone companies that do a version of Dior Homme Parfum. I know there's a few of them now, but this was one of the first, and this is definitely one of the best. You have to get with their Facebook group on Facebook to order stuff from them, but I'm telling you, if you're looking for a beast mode, which Dior Homme Parfum is a beast mode fragrance, but a beast mode clone that's way, way, way cheaper than getting your hands on a bottle of Dior Homme Parfum, whether you can manage to get a bottle from overseas or you're crazy enough to go after a bottle on eBay, because they are way overpriced at this point. They're well over $200 a bottle at this point. You could just get this. It's a little bit fresher up top, kind of like how the 100 milliliter bottles are overseas, over in the European area. It's a little bit fresher up top. The dry down's pretty much one-to-one. It really scratches the itch for somebody that's looking to get a bottle of Dior Homme Parfum but can't imagine paying those crazy resale prices. And that's 3-in-1 Parfum's version, Dior Homme Parfum. Maison Margiela's replica line. By the Fireplace is a very, very popular fragrance. And is it the most expensive niche fragrance out there? No. But it's definitely not cheap either. If you're looking for a fantastic, affordable alternative that does a great job of replicating that scent and performance, I would say look no further than Genre Parfums' version, Bonfire. This stuff is fantastic. It smells like roasting marshmallows by the fire, as By the Fireplace tends to smell. It's so good. It performs great on my skin too. The bottles have changed. This is an older bottle, and you can see the little bit of juice level has been worn down in this one. And like I said, if you have had a sample or one of those travel atomizers that you can get from Sephora, and you've really been itching to get a bottle, but you don't want to spend that kind of money, check out Genre Parfums on Facebook as well. There's only certain times of the year that you can order from them, and this is one of, not the few, but one of the many that I strongly suggest you try, especially if you're looking for a great clone or a great affordable version of Maison Margiela's By the Fireplace. Another one to check out is RAMC Ran After My Car. It's an original. It's incredible. Just a little side note for you, if you're going to order from Genre Parfums, make sure RAMC's in that order as well. And for this winter, a must would be Bonfire. Creation E, or Enigma as it's known overseas. Very beloved fragrance for this time of year, especially the Parfum Cologne. But a lot of people like the original, Enigma Pour Homme. The original, much denser, fuller version that's a beast mode performer. Look, the Parfum Cologne is a beast. The Pour Homme is even more of a beast. And Alexandria makes a fantastic version of Enigma Pour Homme, and it's called King Tut. I recently added this to the collection. I've only worn it once so far. I've been doing a little bit of testing, and I gotta tell you, this stuff smells freaking incredible. Has that Coke float type of smell in the opening that Enigma is known for. And you can get this for a fraction of what you're gonna pay for Enigma Pour Homme or for Enigma Parfum Cologne. This stuff is great. It really is. It performs very well. Like I said, you get that Coke float up top. The benzoin's really popping in this one with that beautiful cognac note. You do get the tobacco, the vanilla, all of the wonderful notes that make up that beautiful Coke float type opening that this thing's known for, Dr. Pepper float kind of smell. Some people smell Dr. Pepper, some people smell Coca-Cola, but whichever one you smell, don't matter, because this stuff is intoxicating. It's fantastic. It's a compliment beast, and it's a beast performer, and it's a unique fragrance. Enigma only smells like Enigma, and this is a fantastic clone from Alexandria Fragrances of Enigma. Once again, it's called King Tut. So there's kind of a tie here because I really can't decide which one I like more. No matter how hard I try, they both have their merits. So this is where I want to discuss with you a great clone for Parfums de Marly Leighton. Now, in the past, I would have told you go with Royal Equestrian from Alexandria Fragrances. This is a wonderful, almost direct copy, if you will, a little bit spicier than it is sweet, whereas Leighton's a little bit sweeter than it is spicy. When you compare it to Royal Equestrian, performs incredible. You can't go wrong with this. But ever since I got Uncle Jumbo from Strike Gold Shave, it's kind of changed things up for me. Whereas this one's a little bit fresher in the opening than Leighton and Royal Equestrian is, the dry downs are 1-to-1, and this is even better a performer than Royal Equestrian. This stuff is nuclear performance, and it's around the same price. Actually might even be a few dollars less for more juice, because for what you're going to get a 30 ml for, you can get a 60 ml of Uncle Jumbo from Strike Gold Shave. And if you really like the juice, they make a shave soap, an aftershave splash. They make other products, because us guys, we got to shave anyway. And if you really love the smell of Leighton, they got some really good wet shaving products from Strike Gold Shave. So it's kind of 1A and 1B on which one. I couldn't really pick between the two, so I figured I would discuss the highlights of both. Whereas this one's a little bit spicier than Leighton. This one's a little bit fresher than Leighton. But the dry downs are pretty much the same. They both perform fantastic, with Uncle Jumbo edging out Royal Equestrian just a little bit in performance and having some extra options. If you really enjoy the scent, you can get some shaving products. So that's the two I would suggest if you're narrowing it down to Leighton clones: Royal Equestrian and Uncle Jumbo. Kilian Black Phantom. You know, there's a lot of companies that make a really good version of Black Phantom. There's a lot out there. There really is. But the one that I reach for when I am in the mood for Black Phantom, it's always the same. Which I'm not always in the mood for Black Phantom, but when it does happen, this is the one. It's Duo Fragrances. Black Widow. It's great. It's a beautiful, sweet tobacco fragrance. Just a little hint of tobacco. There's a beautiful, beautiful sweetness in this, though. And Black Phantom doesn't really smell like anything else, you know? When you smell it, it's Black Phantom. It doesn't smell kind of like this. It doesn't smell kind of like that. It's you either aren't sure what that beautiful smell is, or you're like, Kilian Black Phantom. Same thing goes with Black Widow. You're not going to mistake this for anything other than Kilian Black Phantom. So for those of you by Kilian fans that just don't want to shell out that kind of money, Duo makes a fantastic version of it. I'm not going to deny it. There's a lot of other versions that are out there that are really good, but from the ones I have tried, this one definitely takes the cake. Got to give Duo their due. Black Widow is fantastic and one of my favorite fragrances from the house. This is a recent acquisition, and I spray it on my wrist every night since I've gotten it, so I can smell it. I actually have a 60 ml that I'm going to be getting my hands on very soon. It's one of the newest exclusive line fragrances from SCENTual Obsessions. It is called King of Kings. This is a clone of the 13ZZ01 batch of Aventus. Super, super pineapple with still a great underlying smokiness. This stuff is wonderful. I really, really love this fragrance. That's why I saved it to talk about last. God, this smells so good. This is a pineapple bomb. It is. It's delightful. Kevin did such a good job with this fragrance. I went from being an advocate for Double Aventus, which Double Aventus is very good. It is. It's very, very good. Up until I got this, that was the Aventus clone I suggested getting from SCENTual Obsessions. But now that King of Kings is out there, this is the one to get. Don't hesitate. When you're getting your bottle of Andy Warhol, which is a must from SCENTual Obsessions, which you guys have heard me say many times, that is a masterpiece. And it is the best Andy Warhol clone out there. It's countless videos on YouTube, and it's because it's that good. So Andy Warhol, if you haven't gotten it yet from Sensual Obsessions and you're making an order, that is a must try. It's really full bottle worthy in my opinion, but you at least got to try it because not everybody's going to like it, but the majority absolutely will. And this is what I would say is now the number 2 to get your hands on from Sensual Obsessions. If you're looking for a wonderful Aventus clone, King of Kings. It's a pineapple bomb and it smells so damn close. The quality's actually there as well. I'm sure that's why it's part of the exclusive line. It's a little bit higher quality oils. Kudos, Kevin. This stuff is stunning. I will slowly run through this 15 ml and I will need a 60 ml to replace it. Once again, that's King of Kings from the exclusive line from Sensual Obsessions. Well, guys, that's the 6, technically 7 because it was 2 latent clones I discussed together. But fragrances that are just much more affordable for those of you that want to get some of these really high-end, expensive fragrances, but can't imagine shelling out the money that they're going to cost, especially hard to get items like Dior Homme Parfum. These are the ones I would suggest to you. I could have did 10, but I really wanted to narrow it down to my absolute favorites for the cold weather like this, so we could talk about them. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate all the feedback. Love hearing from you guys. How many of you already have these? How many of you have tried King of Kings already? Do you agree with me on Black Widow from Dua? I'm telling you, I think that's the best Black Phantom clone out there. You may think differently. There may be one that you enjoy more. This is just the one that I personally enjoy more. Until next time, I will say if you get your hands on any of these, you give them a spray now, I'm pretty confident you'll thank me later. Have a good one, guys.